So off the trail, we have some broken trees here. They won't break them apart. Here's the little walk across that somebody put in place when this fills up with water. And we're looking 30 meters around these little oaks that we don't want to touch. This was the edge of the Heart Trail, this 49 feet from the midpoint. But this is parkland right here too. And we keep these little oaks. Now these are 7-8 feet tall. Hard to tell now. So we don't want to infringe on any of this. Oh, nice. What we want to do is keep the big bluestem vista here. Oh, nice birdies. So 30 meters to here, a viewing area in the corner. And we could go right out, or we could get a price on coming along this pathway. And you're right, back out here is just fine. I would say it's a pathway off through the bush, through parkland, past the road, and park on the other side. Hi there. So probably just steps down here leading to the pathway. Depending on if we get an authorization, telephone cable, we could go straight up here. And I got this up to 85 meters back to the trail. Now, this is a deer path, so I don't know if we want to dodge that and let the deer keep using it. Because there's a path through the forest with some continuity here. If this goes through to behind the high school, it would be kind of nice to come here. One. Yeah. Probably through here. I'm not sure why this is higher up. It's a squirrel dray up there. And that's it. So this almost certainly has to come right through here where the dead tree is. I'm not sure how you come off the edge of the Heart Trail here. What the access is, that'd be a bit tricky. You need to be done in consultation with the city. But 30 meters to the edge of the big Bluestem remnant vista. Yeah. I think that's it. Thank you.
Basically what you want to do is you want a bowl-shaped bowl. So it's kind of like a rounded out bowl. For these big trees, we actually have to widen the hole just a little bit. So what you're trying to do want to get twice the width of the size of the pot. So it's pretty big. So you see this? If it's this wide, you want a hole double the width. And then you want to kind of round it out like a bowl. The reason for that is because the trees tend to grow more leaves up at the surface where there's more aeration. Down at the bottom of the hole, there's kind of like more water pools there, less oxygen, and not as many roots grow down there. It'll also, the bowl shape kind of helps the roots move outward and anchor it into the soil. So that's what they're doing right now. They're just kind of rounding it out a little more. And then what we're going to do is score the sides of the hole. So you see I was using the side of the shovel there? Can everyone see that? So you kind of make little cuts in the side. That'll just allow the roots to kind of move outward and spread. You usually need to squish the pot a little because it'll be kind of stuck in there a little bit. So I usually like to do that. You can be a little rough on it, it's okay. They're pretty hardy. Yeah, and then you can shake it. You can even tap it on the ground a bit and slowly pull the tree out. Try not to pick up the whole tree by the trunk because that can stress it a little bit too much. So the next part, we got to loosen up the root ball. So can you see what Nick's doing there? You can be pretty rough. So this will help the roots kind of spread out. It'll kind of help the aeration and sort of stimulate some more root growth. And you can be pretty rough on it. You don't want to wreck too many chips. We're going to dump a donut of wood chips around it. It also makes it kind of look nicer. It's sort of a nice finished appearance.
Thank you very much, and good morning to everybody that's here today. I think this is just a great event, and I'm delighted to see that it's happening here in our community. Good morning. My colleagues have been acknowledged, and I'd like to say a special welcome to them, to all the dignitaries that are here, and ladies and gentlemen. And I think it's wonderful to see, and I wasn't aware that we would have retirees, is it, from CN? Is that it?
Thank you very much. I'm going to be brutally honest. I was not prepared to give a speech today. So I will bring greetings on behalf of His Worship Mayor Brian Bowman and all of my colleagues at the Winnipeg City Council. I also want to acknowledge the staff here from the City of Winnipeg who have already dug the holes, which is fantastic to make today better. And it is, as Myrna referred to, it is a very interesting week to be doing this. Yesterday when we saw kids marching from around the world for climate change, and I see the children that are here today, and I have grandchildren myself, and I'm starting to think about that more because we're so used to trees just being there. We're so used to just having clean lakes. We're so used to having fresh water that we really haven't realized how that is depleted. And you see all the children around us, that's what we should be doing. That's what we should be focusing on. We should be focusing on...
And next I'd like to welcome Dorothy Doby, who is a trusted board member for Tree Canada since 2004, an advocate for trees in the City of Winnipeg, and she'll tell you a little bit about what we do at Tree Canada.
Well, good morning. It's an absolutely gorgeous morning. The sun is out, so maybe we won't freeze to death when we're standing here. Listen, I've been with Tree Canada for I don't even know how many years as a past chair, and I'm really thrilled to be here today. We created Tree Canada in 1992, and it was Frank Oberle, who was at that time the Minister of Forests in the Mulroney government. The Mulroney government, or the Canadian government, doesn't have any forests, and everybody used to complain about that. It's a provincial jurisdiction, but it shows you right away that there was a commitment even back then for the tree planting and for the importance of trees in Canada. The following year, there's a connection here to Manitoba. We held the very first urban forest conference right here in the city.
So we plant trees all across the country. So I would like to welcome now President of the Friends of the Heart Trail Community Group, Barb Hutton, to say a few words. Barb.
Good morning, and isn't it a wonderful morning? On behalf of the Friends of the Heart Trail, I'd like to thank Trees Canada CN for this gift of 100 trees. And I also would like to take the opportunity to thank the city and the province for their ongoing support for the trail. It's a small trail when you compare it to others, but its significance in the community is very great. And it grew out of the community. So it's our membership that gives us our strength and our voice. So I want to thank our membership as well. And I had all sorts of things prepared for this morning, but it was occurred to me as I was standing here and listening to people talk about trees that this trail used to be a rail line. And if you look at rail lines, they don't have any trees on them.
That's right.
But now, our ambition right now is to extend our tree line to the perimeter. And the trees, it feels like they've always been there. They're so powerful. So they came, the rails were dug up, and the line was there, and then the trees came in. And look what they've given us. They've given us this amazing trail that we can walk and enjoy. It's providing habitat for the birds. It's providing a habitat for the animals, for the deer, as much as some people don't like them in their garden. They're still wonderful to have. And how many places can you live and we have something like this in our backyard? So again, thank you to CN for choosing us, for Trees Canada for choosing us, and let's go plant some trees.
Excellent, thank you, Barb. And so, of course, this project would not be possible without the generous donation from CN, our trusted funding partner and fellow trees.
It's CN's 100th anniversary at CN Stage and Field at the Forks, and I'm glad we could extend those celebrations here today. We're very proud of the CN spirit of partnering with towns and cities in which we operate. That's over 2,000 cities and over 200 First Nation communities. With our deep commitment to fostering sustainable, strong and safe communities, we aim to make them better places to live, work and play. By planting CN legacy forests all across the country in the context of our 100th year anniversary, we want to reiterate this strong commitment. Since 2012, CN has planted nearly 2 million trees across Canada, making us the largest non-forestry tree planter in Canada. This CN 100 Legacy Forest is a testament to CN's enduring support for Winnipeg, its vibrant and growing community. I'd like to share an old proverb that I like that says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is now. And I'm personally proud to put that proverb into action here today. Merci tout le monde pour votre participation aujourd'hui. Thank you.